Okay. Good evening, sir, and good evening, my dear students. And welcome to Faculty Exchange Program. So, today's resource person is Dr. Padala Thirupathi, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Government Degree College for Women, Jagitya. And sir will explain about the nutritional value of fruits and nuts. Welcome you, sir, and take the session.
Okay, very good evening, my dear friends. First of all, I would like to thanks to our eminent personality, Dr. Manjula Madam Garu, Dr. P. Manjula Madam Garu, for giving me this wonderful opportunity, sharing my knowledge of one of the prestigious institution in Twin Cities, that is RBR Women's College, Hyderabad. So, in the faculty exchange program, today I will going to explain. The screen is visible.
No, sir, no.
One second. It is visible, madam?
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Okay. So today we are going to discuss about one of the important area in our economic botany, that is fruits and nuts. We know that in our day-to-day life activities, we are very much of interested to edible different fruits and vegetables. Different fruits, and along with these fruits, nuts also we are intaking along with our daily diet. So, in the present scenario, in the health point of view, in the nutritional point of view, today we are observed number of dietitians and number of companies, they are in cash on the base of health. So that's why the importance of fruits and importance of nuts today we are know every day and every second of time they are imposed or they are insist today's the value related to these fruits and nuts. So that's why in economic botany, in the economic botany, in the syllabus, fruits and nuts importance and what is the nutritional value. Today we are clearly discuss this fruits and nuts. Okay, my dear friends, I hope this slide is visible, neglected and underutilized fruits. So in this slide, you are observed different fruits. Am I right? See here, different fruits we are not consumed. These fruits are not consumed in our daily life. Am I right or not? Why? Because they are grown in wild. So these wild edible fruits were the important source for mankind before dawn of civilization. Before civilization, we are in ancient human beings, or we are lived in a what we can say that caves, and we are lived in a forest, different forest regions in our entire India or entire globe. So the tribes, majority of the ethnic groups are their tribe groups in the forest depend on these fruits. We are till today we are not consumed this type of fruits, but the tribal people they are depends upon these fruits. They passed on valuable information about the utility of the fruits from generation to generation, my dear friends. Still now we are unknown. So 30,000 of the edible plant species are known to mankind, and 7,000 of the species were reported to be used for food in the history. అంటే మీకు ఏమర్థమైంది 30,000 of the edible plant species, but we are still used in the from history 7,000 of the species we know, and 150 plants are cultivated commercially. So among these 30,000 of these species we are only consumed or we are only cultivated in commercial purpose only 150 species only. Am I right? Among these 103 plants are alone contribute to more than 90% of the world's calories. So see how we know about the importance of the fruits, and we know the entire globe or entire world, 30,000 of the species. Just we know that 150 species cultivated commercially. So among these, one or three plants are alone contribute to more than 90% of the plant words. Then what about remaining 29,000 of the species? Remember, my dear friends, several hundreds of the species remain underutilized or less utilized in the wild. So remember, my dear friends, the mother nature can create wonders, but we are knowingly or unknowingly not utilized properly. So that's why the importance of the fruits and nuts is in the what we can say that in our syllabus, that is economic botany. సో ఈ స్లైడ్ కనబడుతుందా? నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్ కనబడుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
So these are minor fruits. So minor fruit and nuts for wealth. See here in the tropical region and temperate region, how many species we know in the entire world. The tropical regions, we know only 3,000 of the species we know. And temperate regions, 1,200 species we know. Total 4,200 species we know. The source, the Vetimier 1990. That is worldwide. Then what about the Asia Pacific region? In our India, Asia Pacific region, only 45 families we know, but in our India only 34 families related to fruit yielding plants or fruit yielding families we know still remain among these 3,000 species. Am I right? Because of our India is tropical, is situated in tropical and subtropical region. Among these 3,000 of the species, we know or we are cultivated in our India only 34 type of family species only. And the genera, among these genera, only 106 genera we know that Asia Pacific region, in our India only 56 genera, and species related to in Asia Pacific region 261 species, and the India only 84 species. Okay, according to Parikh et al. 1998 and Aurora 1985. So these are the information we got about the how we know the species, cultivated species, and also in the temperature and subtropical region or tropical regions, which type of species, how many species we know still remain. And distributed of underutilized edible fruits and nuts in the regions of diversity. So in this different divergent, we know that in our in our not country and along this worldwide different regions, we know that Chinese Japanese region, we already know about the different region in the entire globe, that is Indo-Chinese, that is the Indonesia region, Australian region, Hindustani Indian region, and Central Asian and Near Eastern Union, Mediterranean Union, African Union, European Siberian Union, South American region, Central American and Mexican region, and North American region. So among these regions, we know that different species are diversified and distributed in these different regions. See here, Chinese Japanese regions, only 222 species we know that fruits and edible fruits, and Indo-Chinese Indonesia region 226 only, and Australian region only 57 species we know that edible fruit species, and also nut species, and Hindustani Indian region we know that 344 species of the related to edible fruits and nuts. So remember, my dear friends, among this globe, among this country, among these entire regions, our Indian region has highly diversified, distributed different fruits and nuts, my dear friends. So just because our India region is much rich sources of the edible fruits and nuts of the different species, my dear friends. And the remember, and the South America also and North America also, compared to our India, they are very nearer to rich source for the edible fruits and nuts in the diversified species in the different regions of America, South America, and North America. But among these entire regions, our only India has much rich source for the edible fruits and nuts. So that's why we are very lucky, my dear students and my dear friends. Best of the thing is better we have to aware, we have to remain aware different types of the fruits, they are whether edible or not, or different fruit species or families, they are related to ethnic group of the tribal regions. Just we go through it and we are reach the ethnic group or tribal regions, and we learn from them because of so many types of the edible fruits and nuts are available in our sacred nation. Am I right or not, my dear friends? This is not, I'm joking, because of this is the source. It is related to the Jeevan and Develt 1982, and also Pererik Sunil Sharma RK Arora 1998. This is the source. They are clearly stated that India has rich source of the edible nuts and fruits. And see here, my dear friends, the underestimation of their fruit, the potential use. Why we are underutilized this? Why we are remain underutilized these fruits and nuts? Because the underestimation of their potential use. Because we know that give fruits in that because of the we estimate that is not that is not edible, we are still uncertainty or unknown about these species or fruits crops, and non-availability of their complete botanical information. We know that because of in present day in our India, not only in our India but also all the countries. I hope this slide is visible, my dear friends. మీకు కనబడుతుందా ఇది అమ్మా?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ఈ ఏది ఈ ఫ్రూట్స్ రెడ్ కలర్ లో ఉండేటువంటి ఫ్రూట్స్ ఇవి ఏది స్టిగ్మా అటాచ్ అయ్యేటువంటి ఫ్రూట్స్ ఇవి కనబడుతుంది కదా స్లైడ్. రిమైన్ అండర్ యూటిలైజ్ బికాస్. సో ఇప్పుడు దీన్ని మనం ఏమని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు చూడండి, జస్ట్ బికాస్ మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్ నాన్ అవైలబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ దేర్ కంప్లీట్ బొటానికల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. Because present day our botanists and other universities, even though the UGC, they are clear cut give importance to the nutrients in botany, that is the biotechnology, biochemistry, molecular biology, microbiology. So that's why they are still not give proper importance to the taxonomy or plant systematics or the medicinal value of the and also the edible parts of the plants. So that's why we knowingly or unknowingly we are not availability of the complete botanical information. So if the government organization or non-governmental organization or research centers and even though the universities should be give proper importance to these taxonomy or plant systematics, then automatically we have that complete information in our institution, in our education institutions also. But my dear friends, that information related to only botanical herbariums or botanical gardens, or even though some of the little bit of the one or two important institutions only, but remaining uncertainty, remaining not availability of the complete information, and inadequate research on their commercial exploitation. But remember, my dear friends, only the research area, and even though the research center and universities and other institutions, they are not give proper research on their commercial exploitation. That is also one of the reason for underutilization of these fruits, and not profiled on their food and nutrition value or potential value of the fruits. So that's why we are remain underutilized of the different fruits of the in our country. And promotion and popularization of very few fruits crops only. Mainly we know that mango fruit, oh, very fruits, pride fruit of India. We know that pride fruit of India, which fruit? Mangoes. And some of the custard apple, some of the little bit of the fruits, banana, they are only give proper importance. So another fruits remaining unpopularized, they are not give priority to consumption or utilization of the fruits. And the fast disappearance of the ecosystem and habitat destruction. We know that the habitat loss or the loss of biodiversity, loss of species diversity, loss of even though ecosystem diversity, just because of the habitat destructions and poaching, hunting. Okay, am I right? So that's why, and even the deforestation, these are some of the hazards for the disappearance of the number of the different species of the fruit species, and the stigma attached as a food of the poor. So these are the some of the other importance of the how underutilized. Why they are important now? మరి ఎందుకు వాటికి మనం ప్రయారిటీ ఇవ్వాలి? Just because of they are found harboring nutritionally rich compounds. Why we are give proper importance, or why we are giving value added or value to the fruits? Just because of they are harboring nutritional rich compound. Nutritionally they are rich compounds, and due to increased food and nutritional insecurity, my dear friends, remember, today food grains are increased, but nutrition value is question mark. So that's why uncertainty or the nutritional insecurity, we are just because of we give proper importance to the different fruits, their climate resilient nature. So seasonal fruits availability, we know that. In winter season, we know that. In winter season, in rainy season or summer season, we know that seasonal fruits are available in the market. But only we give priority only little bit of only some fruits only, but commercially. But other fruits, we are still we unknown. We unknown that value of the fruits and the nutritional value also, and resistance to biotic and abiotic stress condition. We know that some of the wild species, wild fruit yielding plant, they are resistant to the diseases. They are resistant to the extremely abiotic stress like salt stress, temperature stress, flood stress, water stress, drought stress. So this stress is resistant plants is available in the forest regions, and some of the biotic stress also there. Some of the biotic stress, we know that some of the inside biotic stress, we know that availability of the nutrients in the plant body, and also some of the other plants, they are competitors in the same species or in the same area. Okay, so that's why they are sustained, they are remaining resistant to the that biotic and also abiotic state conditions also. That's why we give priority or we give importance to the fruits. Are you follow my class, my dear friends? అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎనీబడి ఒక్క రెస్పాండ్.
Yes, sir.
Then, and even though the rich in nutraceutical and medicinal properties, my dear friends, remember every fruit, each fruit have their own medicinal value. Maybe the micronutrients, maybe the one of the importance that they have lots of antioxidants. Okay, and they are utilized, they are useful for even though protect from the different diseases like cancer. They are controlled. Why? Because whenever we are utilized, we are consume these fruits, they are control the different diseases also, and the donor of important genes for crop improvements, and some of the neglected and underutilized crops. See here, world population to reach 9 billion by 250. మనం ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తున్నాం, వీఆర్ ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్. సో ఆఫ్టర్ బై రీచ్ 2050, the world population to reach 9 billion in the entire earth. 30% are affected by malnutrition. We are taking sufficient food, but we are still unknown whether they have sufficient nutrients. So without nutrients, the food is nothing but hidden hunger. We are facing hidden hunger. So that's why the fruits yielding and edible fruits are in taking of the fruits in our daily diet or daily utilization very important. And 159 million children too stunted with low BMI. So basal metabolic index or biological metabolic index. So this mass of the people or students stunted. They are not grown properly. 2 billion people are deficient in micronutrients like vitamin A deficiency. Vitamin A deficiency children. So that's why nowadays golden rice is they are produced, that is genetically modified food. Okay, and narrow food basket limits nutrition, and nut species is an alternative. See here, then fruit species conservation biodiversity international initiatives, according to TFE United Nations Environment Program Project 2019 to 2014, they are stated that conservation and sustainable use of cultivated and wild typical fruits diversity. And IFAD NUS project 4 phases from 2001 to 2016, they are reinforcing the resilience of poor rural communities in the face of food insecurity, poverty, and climate change through on-farm conservation of local biodiversity. And UNEP project 2012 to 2017, GF mainstreaming biodiversity for nutrition and health. And India UNEP GEP project 2016 to 2021, mainstreaming agricultural biodiversity conservation and utilization in agriculture sector to ensure ecosystem services and reduce vulnerability. So this is the initiatives for the fruit species conservation. And even though the temperate fruit trees management and conservation in a Central Asia, that is biodiversity is collaborating with the Luxembourg Institute of Science and Technology for from 2006 to 2011, and fruit trees in Africa from 2012 to 2015, and tropical fruit trees in Latin America countries. That biodiversity collaborated with partners in Latin America to map the biodiversity and distribution of several tropical fruit trees from 2013. And big idea on NUS fruit free diversity for nutrition and food, a new proposal. And neglected and underutilized species for food for future. So this initiative to give great impact for the utilization of the different fruits from the wild and also from cultivated commercial purpose also. So some of the programs initiated at biodiversity international level, so that we going to discuss here, exploration and collection of minor fruit species of tropical and subtropical region, and even though the genetically variability analysis and characterization, documentation, proper documentation, and traditional knowledge and the analysis of food and nutrition value of the minor fruits, and identification of potential minor fruits for mainstreaming networking for custodian farmers. See here in the slide, I hope the slide is visible in our India map is కనబడుతుందా? కనబడుతుందమ్మా? ఈ ఇండియా మ్యాప్ కనబడుతుందా మీకు?
Yes, sir.
So in our India, see here, see how area explored of the different fruits they are mainstreaming or they are conservating or they are cultivating of the different wild species. So in our area explored in our India, 7 states were taken and 26 districts, farmers 64, and nurseries 18 nurseries were for identified, and research organization 26 research organizations they are involved in this biodiversity international level. And this, see here, this is the Bengaluru unit genetic diversity park site. So in the this status of the present collection in the 2017 in this genetic diversity park site, they are cultivated or they are projected or conserved families 33 and genera 56 species 103 and 223 varieties they are mainstreaming. So this is the families and different genera, species and varieties of the minor fruit crops maintained in genetic diversity park in Bengaluru. So this slide shows about the how the different 33 how these different 33 families, and now how many number of this genera, how many number of the species, among these species, how many number of the varieties they are mainstreamed or maintained in the genetic diversity park in Bengaluru, we are observed in this slide. And in this genetic diversity park, they are collection at a glance. See here, these are the different species. That is Annona muricata and some of the other Gigipus mauritiana, and some of the Erythroxylum japonica. Okay, some of the species they are cultivated, they are protected, or they are conserved in the genetic diversity park in Bengaluru. See here, and some of the minor fruit species also maintained in that ex situ genetic diversity park in Bengaluru. We are observed in this slide. Okay, and on-site information collected from custodian farmers. So in this custodian farmers, they are give proper importance. How many number of species are maintained, and what are the source of the material were used, and what are the ages and stages of the plants, different plants, and what are the morphological details are collected, and which floral characteristic, which type of flowers are available, or which type of fruits are were collecting in that area. And even though the use of local products being prepared for consumed, and even though after collection of the fruits, which type of marketing information also collected, and what are the financial source or economic source of the also they are being collected, and the sharing of the plants among the farmers. So these are the what we can say that these are the programs conducted in that area. And what are the information compiled for each collection should be, they are compiled. These are the information: what is the botanical name of that plant, what is the common name or even the vernacular name, like herbarium species, my dear friends. We know that herbarium sheet, we know that what is the botanical name, who where is collected date, and how many members they are collected, and which type of mode of the propagation. So that related information we can collected on that area. And the potential species of the mainstreaming in that area, that is jackfruits. We know that jackfruits, పనస పళ్ళు, పనస చెట్లు తెలుసు కదా మనకు, దాన్ని ఆర్టోకార్పస్ స్పీసీస్ అంటారు. ఆర్టోకార్పస్, ఓకేనా? పనస, మోరేసి ఫ్యామిలీ. This artocarpus belongs to moraceae family. This fruit also we can call it as jackfruit. And custard apple, we know that Annonaceae family, Annona species, Annona squamosa, Annona muricata, Annona reticulata. Okay, so these are the different species also they are mainstreaming in that area. And Jewish plum, that is also we can call as jamun fruit. We know that jamun fruit. See here, this is Syzygium cumini. మనం ఏమంటామంటే అల్లనేరేడు చెట్లు అంటాం చూడండి, Syzygium cumini. So that is the Jewish plum. And some of the bear fruit, మనము నేరేడు పాయలు, రేగు పళ్ళు అంటారు చూడండి, ఇక్కడ ఉంది చూడండి, Gigipus mauritiana. And we know that tamarindus, okay, Emily tamarindus indica. So these are the species that they are mainstreaming in that area. See here, some of the tribes or ethnic groups, they are cultivating or cultivating commercially, and also they are grown in forest areas naturally. See here, this is the jackfruit, Artocarpus heterophyllus. So this is the what we can say that panasapallu antam manam. So this is the very native western ghats of the South India, in our India region, adaptable to varied types of the soil and climate. So this is one of the important fruit in our southern India. Why we are give priority, or we give importance to this jackfruit? Just because of this fruit contains the rich source of the vitamin A and C. And even though the readily digestible sugar, high calorific value also we can absorb in these fruits. And these young and mature fruit seeds used for several food preparations also. And important products like chips, papad, jam, jelly, starch, even though they are commercial purpose, they are even though utilized from these jackfruits. And the 6 species and 43 varieties maintained for the detailed analysis. Wood is valuable. Timber also, this wood is also very useful for the timber, making of the different types of the timber. Okay, my dear friends, this slide is clearly shown of the beautiful fruits of a different species of this Artocarpus heterophyllus. So this is Artocarpus alatilis, and this is the Artocarpus heterophyllus. This is Artocarpus lacuca, and Artocarpus integer, and Artocarpus hirsute, and Artocarpus odoratissimus. So these are the different species we are observed in this slide. These are all belongs to jackfruit species, my dear friends. So all fruits are have their own nutritional value and dietary values for the future generations. Also, it is also among this, even though fruit also, along with this fruit, seeds also useful for making of the different food products. And this is the variability of the jackfruits. Of the size of the fruit is also varies. Okay, size, shape, and color is also varies from one fruit to another fruit. I hope you clearly visible this slide, my dear friends. మీకు కనబడుతుందా? వేరు వేరు రంగుల్లో, వేరు వేరు పరిమాణాల్లో ఈ జాక్ ఫ్రూట్ ఉంది చూడండి, పనస పండు ఉందా? ఐ రైట్? కనబడుతుంది కదా? రైట్. సో దిస్ ఇస్ ద జెనెటిక్ వేరియబిలిటీ ఆఫ్ ది ఫ్రూట్స్ అండ్ బల్బ్స్ ఆఫ్ ది డిఫరెంట్ ఆర్టోకార్పస్ స్పీసీస్. ఓకే, పనసకు సంబంధించి ఎన్ని రకాల ఫ్రూట్స్ ఉన్నాయో చూడండి, ఎంత క్లియర్గా మనకు కనబడుతుందో. So this is the variability. That is just because of the genetic variability. Okay, and value addition in jackfruit, my dear friends. How we can give value because of the making of the different food products. So that's why we can give value addition and making of the commercial purpose, and also utilize them different areas and different soups, making of the soups, making of the other food products, maybe the chutneys and other making food items. And what is the nutritive and medicinal value of this jackfruit? So this the jackfruit is contain rich source of the carbohydrate, vitamin A, B, C, protein, fiber also. Not only carbohydrate, along with the carbohydrate and proteins and fiber also. And along with this carbohydrates and proteins, rich potassium. So this also very helps to reduce hypertension. సో మనకు బీపీ పెరగకుండా ఉండడానికి పొటాషియం అనేటువంటిది వన్ ఆఫ్ ద బెస్ట్ సోర్స్. సో దట్ బెస్ట్ సోర్స్ ఈజ్ అవైలబుల్ ఇన్ లో కాస్ట్. This is available in jackfruit, and this fruit is useful for anti-cancer, anti-aging, antioxidant, anti-ulcer. Okay, so that's why jackfruit is very, very useful, my dear friends. Whenever the season is coming, just because of we can utilize, we can purchase in our if any market in our market, in our near market, in near availability, just because without any idea, just we can consume it, just because of this nutritional value. And along with this nutritive and medicinal value is also there. Aging, anti-aging, ఎంత ఎక్కువ ఏది వచ్చినా మనం అందంగా ఎలా కనబడతాం, యంగ్గా కనబడతాం అనమాట. చర్మం మీద ముడతలు ఉండవు, బాల ముడతలు ఉండవు అనమాట. అర్థమైందా? సో దట్స్ యాంటీ-ఏజింగ్ ప్రాపర్టీ, antioxidant, anti-ulcer. So in present day, some majority of the people, they are facing ulcer problems, SDT problems. So that's why these are very useful for this type of ulcer, and cures fever and diarrhea also. Roots used for cure skin diseases and asthma, and heated leaves and used to heal wounds, and seed starch relieves the biliousness. And my dear friends, due to this rich value of the medicinal and nutritional value, we can consume that jackfruit. And the one of the next important fruit, that is the custard apple, Annona of Annonaceae family, Annona species. We know that in our south, in our India, in our Telangana region, so in Mahabubnagar, Palamuru district, in other Adilabad regions and hill areas, the custard apple, they are grown in wild nature. And present day, in commercial purpose, number of the farmers, they are cultivated in our native lands. Okay, so this genus has a large number of species with economic importance, and in our India, 3 species are popular for edible fruits. And also this custard apple for making of the use in ice cream, sweet, juice, even though and the pastries and chocolates and mixed fruit jams also. Annona muricata is a good source of the medicine used for curing cancer. So this is Annona muricata, my dear friends. And seeds of the most of these species have insecticidal properties. మీరు కస్టర్డ్ యాపిల్ తిన్న తర్వాత ఓకే, రామ సీతాఫలం తిన్న తర్వాత విత్తనాలు పారిస్తారు. బట్ మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, రిమెంబర్ the seeds are also have the medicinal properties and anti-insecticidal properties. So that's why making of the um, uh, what we can say that is uh, liquid, making of the anti-insecticidal liquid that is sprayed on in our what we can say that crops, that is also very useful for making of the biopesticide or bioinsecticide. We can use as a bioinsecticide and can be used for the manufacturing of the biopesticide also. So that's why the custard apple is very useful. So in our slide, we are observed here Anona cherimoya, Anona muricata, Anona etimoya, Anona squamosa, Anona reticulata. Okay, these are the different species we are observed. So ఇందులో మనం ఏమని చెప్పుకోవచ్చు అంటే చూడండి మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, అనోనా స్కామోజా సీతాఫలం అంటాం, అనోనా రెటిక్యులేటర్ రామాఫలం అంటాం, అనోనా మురికేట లక్ష్మణ ఫలం అంటాం, అనోనా చెరిమోల హనుమాన్ ఫలం అంటాం. అర్థమవుతుందా? సీతాఫలము, రామాఫలము, లక్ష్మణ ఫలము, హనుమాన్ ఫలం ఇవన్నీ కూడా అనోనేసి ఫ్యామిలీకి సంబంధించిన మొక్కలు. సో దిస్ అనోనా స్క్వమోజా, అనోనా రెటిక్యులేటా, అనోనా మురికేటా, అనోనా చెమోలా, అనోనా గ్లాబ్రా అండ్ అనోనా ఎటియోమోయా, దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ బిలాంగ్స్ టు అనోనేసి ఫ్యామిలీ. ఇవన్నీ కూడా they have large rich component, rich nutritional value, very much of the calcium content is also high rich uh, elements or nutrients, macronutrients is available in these fruits. So ఎంత చక్కగా ఉన్నాయి చూడండి, చాలా బ్యూటిఫుల్గా ఉన్నాయి చూడండి, కనబడుతున్నది ఇది. దెన్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద మెడిసినల్ వాల్యూ ఆఫ్ దిస్ అనోనా? మరి అనోనా స్క్వామోజాకు సంబంధించినటువంటి మెడిసినల్ వాల్యూ ఏంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ ద మెడిసినల్ వాల్యూ? వాట్ ఆర్ ద వాల్యూస్? So these, my dear friends, the paste of the leaf is used for treat boils, abscesses and ulcers. So leaves, మన సీతాఫలానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి పత్రాలను ఇన్ని రకాలు ఉపయోగించుకోవచ్చు. I'm good in curing in diarrhea and dysentery and acts as an anti-cancer agent. Magnesium in custard apple is good in prevent of strokes and heart strokes. My dear friends, remember, whenever we are consuming this custard apple, magnesium source is very rich source of this magnesium. It is also prevent the strokes and the heart strokes of the human beings. And regular intake of the custard apple reduce of the chances of the rheumatism. We know that కీళ్ళ నొప్పులు, కీళ్ళ వాతాలు అంటారు చూడండి, joint pains. So that rheumatism and arthritis is just because of the calcium, rich source of the calcium is available in this fruit. That is very, very important. And also the custard apple is excellent for copper, brittleness of bone. So emukala kuda important. And the third important fruit, that is jamun fruit. దాన్ని మనం జెవిష్ ఫ్రూట్ అనుకుంటాం, జెవిష్ ప్లమ్ అంటే మనం జామున్ ఫ్రూట్ అంటే మనం అల్లనేరేడు చెట్టు అంటాం చూడండి. సో సిజికియం కుమిని, the scientific name of this plant, Syzygium cumini. So this is a very native to South Asia, in our India and Telangana regions also. Bare lands they are grown, and also we can cultivate it in the along with the roadsides and also in our cultivated croplands also. And this is distributed in our not only native India but also Thailand, Malaysia, Philippines, Indonesia and Sri Lanka region also. So 15 species of our edible fruits, they are genetically diversified. In jamun fruits, most important among all species, and the fruits have the rich source of the iron, sugar, minerals. We know that. And the seeds possess anti-diabetic compounds and popularly used in medicine. And fruits of the Syzygium, that in jumbos and Eugene, uniflora and Syzygium malacensis are also very popular in eaten or fresh. Even the 10 species and 15 varieties maintained in the gene bank for further studies. So these are the different species of the Syzygium species. Are you ever observed? Syzygium cumini, Syzygium jumbos, Syzygium malacensis and Syzygium malacensis of the other species. See here, these are the different fruits. They are very rich source of the iron. Okay, and what are the medicinal values of this jamun fruit? The jamun fruits are having anti-diabetic properties. Jamun fruits is very good for a digestive system because of its coolant features. Rich in antioxidants, jamun has adequate amount of the iron and vitamin C. And my dear friends, remember, each fruit, whenever the fruits has having the high source of rich source of the vitamin C, that is also very useful for the improve the resistance power, disease resistance power. And iron content is the jamun acts as a blood purifying agent besides helping in the cure of the jaundice and anemia. So why? Because whenever the resource of the vitamin C, it is also very useful for the adequate absorption of the calcium, adequate absorption of the iron in our blood. So that's why whenever calcium is improved, then bones and arthritis disease is decreased. And also whenever the iron content is available, then automatically blood is also purifying. So that's why vitamin C is resource. And the next important fruit is the bear fruit, that is the Jijipus mauritiana. So Jijipus mauritiana very native to South Asia, and the three species were produce edible fruits in our native India, and also these very predominantly cultivated in China also. And the plant is highly drought resistant and gifted to arid regions. So that's why any bare land, any area of the Rajasthan or dry arid zones or semi-arid regions, these bear fruit is also very suitable for the cultivation. And remember, my dear friends, these fruits are the plants are available in our any type of tropical and subtropical region forests. So that's why ethnic groups of the tribals, they are knowingly, unknowingly, they are consumed, and also they are in commercial purpose, they are marketing very nearer to their villages. And even though the fruits can also be used for preparation of jam and wine. So four varieties of the beer and being maintained the further nutritional analysis genetical diversity study. Fruits are produced from September and January area. See here, these are the different species of the Jijipus mauritiana. మనం చెప్తాం గంగా రావి చెట్లని అని చెప్తాం చూడండి. అడిగి కొన్ని డిఫరెంట్ స్పీసీస్ ఉన్నాయి చూడండి. సెబా స్పీసీస్, కడక స్పీసీస్, కడక లోకల్ మనం పిలిచేటువంటి జాతి, ఉమరాన్, గోలా, ఓకే, అండ్ చౌహారా. So these are the different Jijipus species. And what are the medicinal value of the Jijipus species or bear species? So these bear fruits helping the weight loss. Remember, my dear friends, వెయిట్ లాస్ కోసం మనము మీరు కలర్స్ ను జైన్ గండి అనే టీవీలో అడ్వర్టైజ్ చేస్తారు. మై డియర్ ఫ్రెండ్స్, రిమెంబర్, వెన్ ఎవర్ వీఆర్ కన్స్యూమింగ్ ఆర్ యూజ్డ్ ఇన్ అవర్ డైలీ డైట్, దెన్ ఆటోమేటికలీ ద వెయిట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో గోయింగ్ టు డిక్రీస్. మరి ఎందుకు పెరుగుతున్నామని మీరు అడగవచ్చు. డ్యూ టు ది స్ట్రెస్, డ్యూ టు ది అన్వాంటెడ్ స్ట్రెస్, డ్యూ టు ది వాట్ వీ కెన్ సే దట్ టైంలో తినకపోవడం వల్ల ఇవన్నీ మనం వెయిట్ అనేటువంటి ఇంక్రీజ్ అవుతుంది. Okay, and the strengthens the immune system. This bear fruit is also useful for the strengthening of the immune system and soothes the nervous system with its sedative properties. And recent research indicates that bear fruit could be helpful for fight Alzheimer's. We know that some of the aged people or old age people, they are commonly they are forget the things. They are not recollect the information properly. So that's just because of Alzheimer's disease. So in this Alzheimer's disease, our nervous system is going to impact. So then automatically we are not remember the persons. So that's why the bear fruit is also recent studies that help for the fight against Alzheimer's disease. And one of the important in our southern regions in southern India, in our Telangana region and Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, tamarind, very much of the utilization consumption of this tamarind. So Tamarindus indica, we know that. So Tamarindus indigenous to tropical Africa and South India. This is a tropical region, you know. So see the 410 years approximately this tamarind tree we are observing in the slides. And the species of the highly drought tolerant and grown in marginal and wastelands. So unripe fruits are used as an ingredient of the vegetable dishes, and ripe fruits are used for rich source of the vitamin C and tartaric acid. And the tamarind pulp is an important ingredient of the several food preparations, maybe the chutneys, maybe the pickles. Am I right? And seeds are used for extraction of the starch and protein and oil also. For genotypic tamarind are subjected to further study also. We can. So these are different compositions of the potential of the underutilized fruits. Okay. So these are the different fruits information in our southern region. So my dear friends, why we are give proper importance to the fruits? What are the importance of different fruits? We know that. We know that, my dear friends, majority of the fruits they have. Why we are going to discuss about these fruits? Just because of, my dear friends, rapid explosion of the population, urbanization process. In this urbanization process, we are knowingly or unknowingly cut down the all fruit yielding trees. So that's why, my dear friends, increasing the urbanization and change in the food habits also. And even though we are discussing about these fruits, we are discussing about the fruits, my dear friends, in the increasing of the transport facilities, increasing of the cold storage facilities, increasing of the percooling centers. So that's why these are all useful for the conservation, useful for the preservation of the fruits and conservation of the different species genes for future generations. And even though the uh, scope for the, whenever we are going to study about these fruits, scope for agro based industries, and even though development of the new techniques for the preservation, and also the cultivation techniques for the cultivation of the different fruit yielding plants. And my dear friends, remember, the fruits also in present scenario very important for dietary value and a nutritional value also, dietary value and a nutritional value. Okay, so my dear friends, this is a very important. And even though the nutritional importance in our human diets, it well recognized man cannot live on cereals alone. Why we are give proper importance to the fruits? Because only cereals, only grains are not give proper importance, or not give the entire life. We are depends knowingly or unknowingly for on the fruits also. And these fruits are very essential for balanced diets, very essential for balanced diet and good health. And even though the nutritionists advocates that in our in present day, we know that Herbalife, present day colors, present day different institutions were established. Even though dietitians, nutritionists also established for the in present scenario human health. So that's why they are advocates that 60 to 85 grams of fruit for taking up every డే, ఈవెన్ దో ఎవ్రీ సెషన్. మనం ఎప్పుడు తిన్నా అవి 65 నుంచి 85 గ్రాముల ఫ్రూట్స్ ఉంటేట్టు చూసుకోవాలి మనం తీసుకునేటువంటి ఆహారంలో. ఈవెన్ దో ద వెజిటేబుల్ ఫర్ క్యాపిటా పర్ డే, ఇన్ అడిషన్ టు సీరియల్స్ అండ్ పల్స్ ఎగ్స్, ది fruits must be add, fruits must be add. If you are not interested to take the food fruits,
English,
they are
maths,
alternate purpose, alternative way
Hindi,
should be consumed that fruit, making the fruit juices
Nike
or slices.
English
Am I right or not? So
English,
should be include in your
okay.
daily diets. So Mother Nature has give the different fruits in the entire world. So not only these the fruits for dietary purpose, even though commercial purpose also in present day, these fruits are very useful. They are cultivating papaya plantation, banana plantation, grape plantation. Am I right or not? Am I audible? నేను కనబడుతున్నానా? My dear friends, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So that's why not only in our health purpose, in also commercial purpose also, we are cultivated in different plantations. Maybe the papaya plantation or banana plantation, even the grape plantation. So in present day, dragon fruit cultivation, dragon fruit farming, we are observed in the present scenario. So farmers can also get benefited. They are commercially yielding purpose they are cultivated different fruits. So that's why the fruits for high net profit, the fruits for, even though the source of the material for agro-based industries, maybe the alona, maybe the papaya, maybe the jamun fruit in our pharmaceutical industry, and some of the fruit plants they are cultivated in barren lands. సో ద ల్యాండ్ మనం బంజరు భూమి అంటాం చూడండి, మనం ఏ పంటలు పండాం అనుకుంటాం. సో ద బ్యారన్ ల్యాండ్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో యూజ్ఫుల్ ఫర్ ది కల్టివేషన్ ఆఫ్ ది డిఫరెంట్ ప్లాంట్స్ ఆర్ డిఫరెంట్ fruit yielding plants. Okay, and some of the fruits they are not only used for the dietary purpose, they are also making of the different commercial purpose like కాయర్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్, కోకోనట్ హస్క్ మనకు తెలుసు, కొబ్బరికాయ కానీ అదేవిధంగా మనకు జనుము మొక్కలు మనకు తెలుసు. అదేవిధంగా వీటికి సంబంధించినటువంటి ఇది మన వరికి సంబంధించినటువంటి పొట్టు ఉంటుంది చూడండి, వరి పొట్టు ఏంటిది మనం ఊక అంటాం చూడండి, హస్క్. So this is also very useful in our coir industries, making of the different cushions. Am I right or not? కొబ్బరికి సంబంధించిన పీచ్ను ఉపయోగిస్తారు చూడండి కాయర్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ కానీ, మన ఏది సీట్ల తయారీలో, మెత్తల తయారీలో కానీ, పరుపుల తయారీలో కానీ ఇవన్నీ ఉపయోగిస్తారు చూడండి. సో that is a better source for the in commercial purpose, even though the efficient utilization of the resources, maybe the in our mother nature has given different type of the fruit yielding plants. So that's why the resources may be utilized by the without helping of the machines, without involvement of the labor. We are only cultivated in our availability land, just because of the in our rainy season we can sowing the different plants, we can collect the nurseries or we can collect the horticulture areas. So in our present scenario in Telangana Haritaharam, Telanganaku Haritaharam, and also the different nurseries and horticulture industries, horticulture is also give proper awareness programs, and also they give proper campaigning teams also give awareness about this different fruit yielding plants. Maybe the best examples we know that mango, bear fruit, cashew fruit, and the custard apple fruit, anola fruits, even though pashala fruit, and the in the what we can say that jamun fruit, alanered chetantam, sijigium kumini. So these different fruit yielding trees or plants very much of useful for fruit yielding plants, and also they are cultivated in the different areas of the our houses are very nearer to the very along with the roads, along with the barren lands also used for cultivating of these fruit plants. So, and my dear friends, remember, so these are fruits may be the dietary purpose, the fruit yielding plants may be the medicinal purpose, the fruit yielding may be the pharmaceutical value, may be the industrial value. So that's why different value we know identified, then only we can conserve the fruits yielding plants, and we can use these fruit yielding plants with effective manner and also commercial purpose also. So mother nature has given lots and lots and different species, fruit yielding species of different families of the plants. We can identify them, we can cultivate them, we can protect them and use them in our dietary purpose, medicinal purpose, and also commercial purpose also, my dear friends. So that's why fruit yielding nuts are very, very important in present scenario, my dear friends. So this is today's class. If you have any doubt, my dear friends, I will clarify your doubts. Any doubts?
Girls, any doubts? Girls.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, my dear friends. Next class we will go. We will meet another class. I will stop here. Thank you, Madam Garu. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for sparing your valuable time and knowledge with us. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, attendance.
I already taken the attendance. Okay, girls, you can leave.